Mr. Vice President. I'm exercising this right of reply in response to the right of reply that has been taken by Armenia. We are amazed at the cynical reaction by Armenia to condemnation of its policy of aggression against Azerbaijan, as the Armenian delegation is fully aware of its own war crimes and crimes against humanity. The just position of the OIC on the Armenia-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is based on the will of the international community expressed in the relevant UN Security Council resolutions of 1993. Armenian delegate refers to the role of the OIC Minsk group in the mediation process, while the destabilizing actions and provocative rhetoric by his country's leadership are diametrically opposite to the spirit and logic of the negotiations under the OIC Minsk group. Continued irresponsible actions and provocative statements of Armenia against the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan confirm that the goal of Armenian leadership is to dismantle the negotiation process and secure the annexation of Azerbaijan's occupied territories. Most recently, the Prime Minister of Armenia has publicly confessed that the strategic goal for Armenia in the settlement process of the Armenia-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is to safeguard the results of the war. Mr. Vice President, distortion of the facts has become a tedious habit of Armenian delegation. The illegal settlement policy by Armenia in the occupied territories of Azerbaijan has been confirmed in the reports of two OIC fact-finding missions. As a result of these missions, the core chairman of the OIC Minsk group discouraged any further settlements of the occupied territories of Azerbaijan and urged to avoid change in the demographic structure in the region, which would make more difficult any future efforts to achieve a negotiated settlement. The co-chairman of the Minsk group emphasized that the prolonged continuation of this situation could lead to a fait accompli that would seriously complicate the peace process. Armenia's illegal settlement policy in the occupied territories of Azerbaijan aims at threatening the result of ethnic cleansing in the occupied territories, the status quo based on occupation. A few days ago, news about the family from Lebanon settled in the occupied city of Shusha, Azerbaijan, has been posted on social media. Under the Fourth Geneva Convention, it's unlawful for an occupying power to transfer population into the territory it occupies. International Law Commission considers the establishment of settlers in an occupied territory and changes to the demographic composition in an occupied territory as an exceptional serious war. What is ironic is that the transfer of population to illegally occupied territories is a crime under Armenia's own legislation. Under Article 390 of Armenia's criminal code, the occupying power's deportation of the local population and transfer of its people to the occupied territories is a grave violation of international humanitarian law and is punishable by 8 to 12 years of imprisonment. This is a vivid example of the respect to the rule of law in the so-called democratic Armenia. Mr. Vice President, Armenia misinterprets the principle of the people's right to self-determination and attempts to apply this principle in the form of unilateral succession for the Armenians living in the Nagorno-Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. We reiterate, there is no definition such as people of Nagorno-Karabakh, as the Nagorno-Karabakh region of Azerbaijan consists of two communities, Azerbaijani, which has been ethnically...
Please, can you finish the statement, please?
Yes, and thank you, and forcibly expelled, and Armenian. Armenia must understand that its illegal activities will not yield the expected results. No matter how much wishful thinking Armenia